Once again, we've got Bob here from Solub, and he's going to just bring us up to speed on what's going on with some of the new solar laws that just came out. You want to give us a heads up of what's the latest and greatest?
Sure, absolutely. Thanks for asking, Tim. So one of the big changes in the industry that came about January 1st of this year, there's a new solar bill called SB293. That's the new Senate bill. Solub actually co-authored that bill. So Steve Hamile, who's our COO, very heavily involved in local legislature and the community. In fact, a percentage of every installation we do goes towards one of our charities, and we're big fans of a lot of local charities. Feed the Homeless Pets is one that we're big proponents of, nice. As well as the Nevada Conservation League is a big affiliate that we're proud of, and of course our folks at Opportunity Village, who have been helping handicapped people for over 70 years.
Village, man, they're always great to visit during Christmas.
Amazing organization, really. So that being said, SB 293 is basically a law that helps kind of regulate the solar industry as a whole. So as you know, in the past, there were a lot of companies that were coming in from out of state, and they would have crews essentially of door knockers. And these guys would go out and they would knock on doors, and they would basically, make a lot of promises, and then they would go back to where they came from. And there was just too much of a distance between the salesperson and then the company and then the installer and then the electrician. So there's a lot of subcontracting going on. And then, of course, if the homeowner had an issue, they would try to call the salesperson who was no longer affiliated with the company. Then they try to call the company, and they would say, oh, well, it was the installer, but the installer's out of business.
Can't tell you how many times I've run into that in my industry.
It was really a bit of a nightmare. So what happened is it became such a problem that the contractors board actually had to develop their own task force. And they actually had to put together a recovery fund for people that had experiences with solar and their system no longer worked, or they couldn't turn it on, or the company had left. We're always encouraging people, if you have been with a solar company, they're no longer here, you've got a problem with your existing solar system, contact the contractors board, ask them about that recovery fund. I believe it's up to now $40,000 per homeowner that you can get to get the system turned on. If you ask them for a provider to assist you with getting that system turned on, we're actually the only solar provider that the Nevada Contractors Board will recommend. So they will recommend Contact Solub. So they will recommend us by name to come in, utilize some of those funds that you get to get your system up and running, add whatever components might be missing, or replace any components that aren't working. So that being said, SB 293, again, it puts in place new regulations that say, hey, if you're a solar company here in Nevada, you have to be licensed, bonded, insured. If you have sales reps, they have to be actual employees of the company. They can't be third-party reps that are just floating out there. And it just holds everybody to a much higher standard. Sure. And our philosophy in solar is just such a great thing overall. Hedge against inflation. It's great for the environment. It adds value to your home. So there's all of these great things that are out there. But like any industry, if you get some bad actors in there, they can give it kind of a black eye.
Sure.
Right? So our philosophy is, a rising tide raises all boats. Right. So anybody that's here, any of our neighbors that are solar companies, look, we welcome you. We love healthy competition.
Yeah.
But we want that competition to be honest and fair and equitable, and be treating the homeowners responsibly. And, if you're giving them a warranty, you have to uphold that warranty. Right. Yeah. So SB 293 really holds them now to a higher standard. As a result, a huge majority of some of these large national companies have pulled out of Nevada and gone back to the states where they were able to work without the regulations that we have here in Nevada.
And I think you guys are heavily involved too in just what's going on with what gets passed, that legislation. And
that's correct. So Steve Hamile, who's our COO, actually co-authored the bill. And then it was signed in by Governor Lombardo.
Yeah.
And when you come down and you visit us, we have what we call our vanity wall, and it's got the pictures of the signing of the bill, and it's got pictures of our technicians. We're also the 2-time Solar Games champion, so you get to see our world-class
that's something. I've
team.
actually seen a video of that where we're trying to throw together a whole system, and it's a big competition. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's like the Olympics of of solar for us, right? And it's an exciting event. But the nice thing is, these are the guys that are actually, putting the system, connecting it to your roof. And that's where we say the rubber hits the road, is in the installation. And I think you actually got to come in and see our training facility, which is basically a mock roof. The panels are attached, the racking is there. So you can get a really close up and personal look at how your system is actually going to be connected to your roof, and feel confident knowing that the components and parts that we're putting up there are going to last that 25-year warranty.
And that they're not going to devoid the roof or cause leaks, and you're going to stand by what you guys put up there, which is great.
Exactly.
I love how proactive you guys are, just staying involved with everything that goes along with solar. That's awesome.
Appreciate that. So just wanted to share a little bit about some of those new laws, just to let consumers know there is another layer of protection out there for you. But just a word of caution, you really want to make sure that the organization you're working with is abiding by SB293, and obviously since we're co-authors, you can feel very comfortable knowing that if you're working with us, you're working with an SB293 compliant organization that's going to stand behind its warranties.
Oh, that's awesome, brother. Well, if you guys need any information about SolUp, what's the best way to contact you guys?
You can call us direct. If you want to reach me direct, 702-580-7076 will get me direct, and I can connect you with any of our great sales staff, or I can assist you myself. You can always go right to our website, which is solup.com, and get great information. We also have a lot of actual testimonials up there, so you can see and hear from other people that have had experiences with us.
Okay, well, thanks again, brother, for sharing all that great information.
Absolutely, my pleasure, Tim.
Yeah, well, we'll catch you sooner than later, I'm sure, for another update.
Absolutely.
Thanks, brother.